In most French-speaking countries, it's considered good manners to greet everyone, whether a waiter at a restaurant or someone you just bumped into on the street. In today's video, I'll be looking at some French vocabularies that can become very useful when you travel to a French-speaking country or when you meet someone who speaks French. We'll be looking at French greetings. If you want to know more about this, please keep watching. Je m'appelle Verichima et Bienvenue. My name is Verichima and you're welcome. Greetings in the French language is called les salutations. Now, it's just like the word salutation in English, but pronounced differently. First thing you need to know about the French greetings is that they are categorized into formal and informal. What I'm trying to say is this: the way you greet a family member, a friend, close relatives is not the same way you greet a stranger or someone in a professional environment like a boss or a teacher, okay? Someone you're not very close to. Okay, now that you know this, let's get right into the video. Vous êtes prêts? Are you ready? Let's begin. The first greeting you need to know is the word salut. Now, salut means hi, hello, hey, and it also means goodbye. So you can greet friends and family saying salut. Okay, so salut is used when you meet someone and when you leave someone. For example, if I have a friend called Jean and I meet Jean, I can say salut Jean, and that would mean hello Jean, or hi Jean, or hey Jean. But when I'm done meeting with Jean and I'm about to leave, I can say salut Jean. In this time, it will mean goodbye Jean. Okay? So salut is used when you meet someone and when you leave someone, and they have different meanings. So when you meet someone, it's hi, hello, hey, and when you leave someone, it means goodbye. That brings us to the greeting number 2, which is Saba. Now, Saba is an informal way to say how are you. It's used among friends and family members. Okay, that's why it's informal. So if I don't want to say Saba, another way to say how are you is comment ça va. Now, comment ça va is also informal, used among friends and family to say how are you. So if I don't want to use ça va or comment ça va, I can say comment vas-tu. Now that also means how are you. Now, so there are different ways to respond to how are you in the French language. So it all depends on your mood at the moment you're being asked how you are doing. Okay, just like in the English language. So when someone says ça va, how are you, I can reply by saying ça va. So ça va, ça va. Ça va, how are you? Ça va, I'm good. So ça va means I'm good or I'm doing good. Okay? So ça va, ça va. Very simple, simple, right? Another way to respond to the question how are you in French is to say ça va bien. Now, ça va bien means I'm good. Okay? So if you don't want to say ça va, you can say ça va bien. Now, if you're feeling so good, another way to respond to the greeting how are you in the French language is to say ça va très bien. So that shows that you are doing very good. So ça va très bien means doing very good. So another way to respond to how are you in French language, if you're not feeling so good, you can say ça va mal. So ça va mal means I'm doing badly, I'm not doing good. So another way to respond to how are you doing in the French language is ça va comme ci comme ça. What does that mean? It means I am so, I am like this, like that. Okay? So now that brings us to greeting number 3. Now this greeting is commonly used by everyone. It's really convenient because it can be used in a formal or informal context. Okay, so this word is bonjour. Now bonjour means good day. So bon means good, jour means day. So good day. Okay, So bonjour also means hello. Bonjour means good morning. And bonjour also means good afternoon. So you can say bonjour and it means good day, hello, good morning, and good afternoon. So, but please note that bonjour is more formal than salut, as much as it can be used as an informal or a formal form of greeting, but it's still more formal than salut. Okay, so you don't need to be scared when using bonjour. You can use bonjour with your friends and family members. You can use bonjour with a stranger, someone you do not know so well. You can use bonjour with your boss, your teacher. Okay, so bonjour is very convenient to use. Now you can make bonjour more formal. Now, if you want to make bonjour more formal, you add the word monsieur, madame. So what does that mean? Monsieur means sir, madame means même. So you can say bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur. So good day sir, good day même. Okay, so that makes it more formal. Now bonjour is used from morning to 6 p.m. So after 6 p.m. you can now say bonsoir. Now bonsoir means good evening. Now before we go to the next greeting, which is bonsoir, let me say this. For those of you who have heard of bon après-midi, now bon, like I said, means good. Après-midi means afternoon. Some people tend to say bon après-midi as good afternoon. So, but bon après-midi is not used when you meet someone. When you meet someone, you say bonjour, which could mean good afternoon or good morning or good day or hello. But when you're leaving the person, you can say bon après-midi. So bon après-midi means have a good afternoon. So when you meet someone, you don't say bon après-midi. When you leave someone, you can say bon après-midi, which is have a good afternoon. Okay. So that brings us to the greeting number 4, which is bonsoir. Now bonsoir means good evening. So bon is good, soir is evening. So good evening. So like I said earlier, bonsoir is used from 6 p.m. Now that brings us to the greeting number 5, which is comment allez-vous? Now comment allez-vous means how are you? Remember I said Saba is an informal way of saying how are you. Now comment allez-vous means how are you in a formal way. So you don't need to say comment allez-vous with your friends and family members. You can just say Saba or comment ça va or comment vas-tu.
Except you're addressing more than one person. For example, speaking to more than one family member or more than one friend at the same time.
But with a stranger, someone you're meeting for the first time, you can say bonjour, comment allez-vous? So which is how are you? You shouldn't say ça va to a stranger. And someone who is superior to you, you use comment allez-vous. It's just a way to show respect. So you can respond the same way you respond when a friend or family member says ça va. You respond that same way when someone says comment allez-vous to you, or when you say that to the other person, the person can respond the same way. Okay? So you can respond by saying ça va bien, ça va très bien, ça va mal, or ça va comme ci, comme ça. Okay? So that brings us to what number? Number 6, I think. Yeah, number 6. And that's the word bienvenue. Now, bienvenue means welcome. So when you visit a friend and they let you in, they can say bienvenue, which means welcome. When you were in a lecture room or in a classroom and your teacher or your lecturer decides to welcome you to the class, they can say bienvenue. Now, at the beginning of today's lesson, I said bienvenue to you all, and that's because I was welcoming you to the lesson of today. So I said bienvenue. So bienvenue means welcome. Okay? So bienvenue can be formal or informal. Okay? So you can use it whether formal, you can use it with anybody. Okay. So that brings us to the next greeting. I can't remember what number it is, but okay, that greeting is Aushante. Now, Aushante means nice to meet you. Okay. When you meet someone for the first time and you introduce yourselves, you can say Aushante. So Aushante means nice to meet you. So I meet someone, I'm like, Bonjour, je m'appelle Verichima. And the person maybe replies by saying what his name is. Oh, je m'appelle Jacques. And then I'm like, Aushante. Okay, so Aushante is nice to meet you. Okay. So now, let's do a recap on all we've said so far. So I'm going to show you some flashcards containing French and English greetings. So I want you to say what they are in the other language. So if I show you a French flashcard, you say what it is in English. I know I'm not there with you, but I trust you, okay? So you say what they are in English. Or if I show you English flashcards, you say what they are in French. Let's get right into this. So if you got all of them correctly, bravo, you've done so well. Congratulations. So there are some tips I need to share with you. When greeting in the French language, there are certain gestures that you need to pay attention to. In a formal setting, in a formal environment, when you greet bonjour, you do a handshake. So handshake is one of those gestures, it's a formal gesture, okay? So, but when you're greeting a friend or family member, someone you're really close to, we do what's called faire la bise. Now, faire la bise is a kiss on the cheek. So, kiss on the cheek, kiss on the cheek, that's the gesture. That's the way the French greet. So, the formal way is a handshake, and the informal way is faire la bise. Please, you faire la bise to only people that you are comfortable with. So, you don't faire la bise to a stranger or to someone you're meeting for the first time, because that will be so odd. In our next video, I'll be talking about the different ways to say goodbye in the French language. Please remember that learning the French greetings would help you when you get to a French-speaking environment or when you meet someone who speaks French. That in a French-speaking country, saying a polite bonjour to someone in the bus, in the train, on the street, in a supermarket would create a good impression of you. Until our next video, don't forget to put down your questions in the comment section, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Cheers.